Progressive Skills in English.
Hello and welcome to Theme 4, Episode 7. We shall begin this episode with a vocabulary quiz on daily life. So you're going to see a table in front of you right now, and let's make correct phrases about daily life together. So first one is clean,
clean teeth, clean home, and clean clothes. When clean the house as well.
and do,
exercise,
get,
get up,
go,
go to bed, go to sleep, go to work,
have,
have a shower, have a meal, have coffee,
wake,
wake up,
wash.
wash up, wash clothes.
And now we're going to be moving on to the next exercise where we're going to be matching questions and answers. So for the first one, we have what is caffeine?
It's a chemical in coffee. 1.
Number 2, what are hormones?
They're chemicals in the blood mainly. 2.
3, what does digest mean?
To take energy from food. 3.
4, what do the lungs do?
They exchange carbon dioxide and oxygen in the blood. 4.
5, what does melatonin do?
It prepares the body for sleep. 5.
6, what do many people have on their left or right wrist?
A watch. 6.
7, what is a body clock?
It is the timing of activities in the human body. 7.
What are household chores?
They're jobs you must do every day, like washing up and cleaning the house. 8.
9, what is maintenance?
It's looking after something like a car or the garden. 9.
10, where can you commute to?
Work. 10.
And now to another exercise. You're going to be seeing a box in front of you, and we're going to be filling the gaps with the proper preposition. So according to research by Professor Russell Foster at the University of Oxford, teenagers do better in tests in the afternoon. The time accounts for a difference by 9%. Women do the largest proportion of household chores in the USA. On average, American women spend over 2 hours a day on chores. In particular, they clean the house and clean clothes much more than men. In addition, they do more on the food and drink preparation, on cooking and making coffee. And now moving on to the writing section about average people. We're going to begin this with a vocabulary box. So, beginning with compare, far, general, heavy or heavier, height, less, normal, statistic, variation, vary, work out, in this case meaning to calculate. And now let's review the vocabulary with the following exercise.
A. Graph. B. Exercise. C. Minute. D. Research. E. Proportion. F. Leader.
And now we're going to be understanding new vocabulary. So you're going to see a box in front of you right now. And we're going to choose the correct form of each word or phrase in the text. So are you an average person? Averages are used in a lot of research. Why are they so common? Firstly, the average is a very simple number to calculate. Secondly, you can get a general idea from a group of people with averages. Thirdly, you can compare two sets of statistics. For example, two populations easily. For example, you can see the average height, weight, and monthly salary of Americans and compare that with the averages for Chinese people. Of course, people vary. Some American men are taller or shorter than the average. Some are heavier or lighter. Some Americans earn much more than the average, and some others earn far less. But average heights, weights, and so on give a good general idea of Americans. Some psychologists say that it is dangerous to talk about the average person because the average can become the normal. Then any variation from the average is not normal. This is dangerous in society. We are all individuals with our own body, brain, personality, and behavior. Some people are tall, some are short, and some are average. This is normal. And now let's use new vocabulary by answering some of the following questions. So number 1, what is the average of these numbers? 2, 4, 4, 5, 5.
The average of 2 and 4 would be 3. The average with 4 and 5 would be 4.5. The average with 5, I guess it's 5.
Second question, what is the population of this class?
It is the number of the students in the class.
And third question, what is the noun from high?
Height.
Fourth one, what is salary?
Salary is money you get monthly or weekly for work.
5, how can people vary?
People can vary in their brains, bodies, personalities, and behavior.
And lastly, what is dangerous about the average person?
The average person, if he becomes the norm or the normal, this would be dangerous because actually the rule is that people vary. They are not all like the average.
And now moving on to another vocabulary box, which you'll be seeing on your screen right now. We have almost, difference, female, figure, as in graph, gather, heavy, high, male, rent, salary, show, like show a graph, and similar. And now let's move on to another exercise where we're going to be saying the questions and we're going to match them with answers. So now let's begin with the first one. So for sentence number A, we did some research into the similarities and differences between
American and Chinese people. A.
B. We recorded the information for
Figure 1. B.
C. We put the research results into tables and
A graph. C.
D. The results are shown in table 1, table 2, and
Figure 1. D as well.
E. We can see from table 1 that, on average, there are big physical differences between
The males of the two countries. E.
F. American and Chinese females are similar in
Height. F.
G. But on average, American women are
Much heavier. G.
H. The average American has a higher salary than
The average Chinese person. H.
I. And average rents in the US are
Also higher. I.
J. There are some differences in the prices of
Everyday items. J.
K. Table 2 shows that, for example, a cinema ticket is almost the same price in
China. K.
L. However, a hamburger is much cheaper in
The USA. L.
M, while jeans are much cheaper in
Again China. M. Now going to an end for this episode would be from our book, your book, the student's book, page number 121. Here we have some photos, as you can see, and then some graphs and figures. For example, the photos here are from two major countries like China and the USA. In each photo or in each picture, you can see some sign for the country. Like, for example, on the first picture, as you can see in front of you, we can see people in the market, a Chinese market, it's very clear. Also, in the second picture, we can see maybe some pieces of that represented the old civilization, China. Then we have a very famous American symbol in the third picture, which is the Statue of Liberty. Then we have an American scene that you might see in most movies from one of the major cities in America. After that, we have some products in the pictures, like you see the jeans. It's produced in both China and America. We have the hamburger. This is one of the most famous symbols of fast food in America. And then we have a cinema ticket, which might be there in any country. After that, we have two tables, if you can see. Maybe we talked about them or we covered them before, but they have some very important statistics and information about males and females in USA and China, about the height or the weight, the average person, the average Chinese person and the average American person. Also, we have another table that compares some prices of some selected items, like the price of a pair of jeans in USA and China. You will find it's much cheaper in USA. A cinema ticket, almost the same. And a hamburger, it's cheaper in China. After that, we have the graph that shows you the average salary and rent in both US and China. And as you can see, the monthly salary in the USA is really higher than the monthly rent, whereas in China, the salary is slightly higher than that in China. As you can see, this episode gives us some signs of culture and daily life symbols in both China and USA. Thank you.